Okay, everybody, here we are, man. We are back again. We are going to be hitting up David Bowie's Hunky Dory album, Side 2. You'll notice that I'm no longer in the living room on the Lazy Boy. I'm in my office here. There's just way too much noise and construction going on outside, and there's no way in the world that I'd be able to get rid of all of it with the editing program. So hopefully this dampens the noise out there. They're drilling, they're cutting, they're doing all kinds of shit. Anyway, man, this is Side 2, Hunky Dory. I was looking forward to this all day. Side 2. Let's get it.
Fill your heart with love today. Don't play the game of time. Things that happened in the past only happened in your mind, only in your mind. Oh, forget your mind and you'll be free, yeah. The writing's on the wall. Free, yeah, and you can know it all if you choose. Just remember, lovers never lose, 'cause they are free of thoughts unpure and of thoughts unkind. Gentleness clears the soul, love cleans the mind and makes it free.
Sexy seats.
Oh, happiness is happening. Dragons have been bled. Gentleness is everywhere. Fear is just in your head. Only in your head. Fear is in your head. Only in your
Dragons have
head.
been bled.
So forget your head and you'll be free.
I haven't heard that term in
Writings
years.
on the wall. Free, yeah, and you can know it all if you choose. Just remember, lovers never lose, 'cause they are free of thoughts unpure and of thoughts unkind. Gentleness clears the soul. Love will clean your mind and make you free.
Piano's really getting its due on this tune, man. I like the contrast, you know, where he can get really deep and serious about certain things, and he can then also get very light, you know.
It's more whole actually. Whole. It's whole. As in holes. What? Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol. Like hole.
Ready? Like to take a cement fix biggest standing cinema. Dress my friends up just for show, see them as they really are. But the people in my brain, 2 new pence to have a go. I'd like to be a gallery, put you all inside my show. Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall. Andy Warhol, silver screen, can't tell them apart at all. Andy walking, Andy tired, Andy take a little snooze. Tie him up when he fast asleep, send him on a pleasant cruise. When you wake up on the sea, be sure to think of me and you. To think about things and to think about blue, what a jolly boring thing to do. Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall. Andy Warhol, silver screen, can't tell them apart at all. Andy Warhol,
What did Andy Warhol think of this song?
hang him on my wall. Andy Warhol, silver screen, can't tell them apart at all.
It's either he really loved it, or being one of those spoiled Hollywood divas, he probably didn't like it. But he lent his name to it, so maybe he did. Interesting tune. I gotta read up on that, see what Andy Warhol thought of it. There's some strong tributes out there. The song for Bowie.
I hear this Robert Zimmerman, I wrote a song for you about a strange young man called Dylan with a voice like sand and glue. Some words had truthful vengeance that could pin us to the floor. Brought a few more people on and put the fear in a whole lot more. Ah, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes again. The same old crazy lady from the brow of the super brain. She'll scratch this world to pieces as she comes on like a friend. Couple of songs from your old chapter, send her home again. Gave your heart to every bedsit room, at least a picture on the wall. And you sat behind a million pair of eyes and told them how they saw. Then we lost the train of thought. Your paintings are all your own. While troubles are rising, we'd rather be scared together than alone. Oh, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes again. Same old crazy lady from the brow of the super brain. She'll scratch this world in pieces as she comes on like a friend. But a couple of songs from your old start book could send her home again. Oh. Zimmerman, though I don't suppose we'll meet. Ask your good friend Dylan if it is a while down the old street. Tell him we lost his poems, so we're writing on the walls. Give us back our unity and give us back our family. You're every nation's refugee. Don't leave us without sanity. Oh, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes again. The same old painted lady from the brow of the super brain. She'll scratch this world to pieces, and she comes on like a friend. But a couple of songs from your old scrapbook can send her home again. Ah, a couple of songs from your old scrapbook can send her home again. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. And here she comes.
I'm not catching the whole meaning of the song and his address to Dylan. Maybe I wasn't paying attention in the accent. Good tune though. I wonder what Dylan thought of this tune. I gotta go back and do a little digging, man. There's a lot to discover with this album.
Oh yeah. I'm up on the 11th floor and I'm watching the cruisers below. It's down on the street and it's trying hard to boost the flow. Oh, my heart's in the basement. My weekend's at an all-time low. 'Cause she's hoping to stall, so I can't see her letting him go. Walk out of her heart, walk out of her mind. Oh, not her. She's so swishy in her satin and tan. In her rock gold and bibbidi-bobbidi hat. Oh, God, I could do better than that. Oh, yeah. She's an old-time ambassador, sweet-talking, night-walking games. Oh, she's known in the darkest clubs for pushing ahead of the dames. If she says she can't do it, then she can't do it. She don't make false claims. But she's a queen, and such a queen, such your laughter is sucked in the brains. Now she's leading him on, and she'll lay him right down. Yes, she's leading him on, and she'll lay him right down. Well, it could have been me, yes, it could have been me. Why didn't I say, why didn't I say? Now, she's so swishy in her side and her side. In her brown gold, a bibbidi-bobbidi hat. Oh, but I could do better than that. So I lay down a while and I gaze at my hotel wall. Oh, the good, it's so cold. You don't feel like no bed at all. Yeah, I lay down a while, look at my hotel wall. And he's down on the street, so I throw both his bags down the hall. And I'm phoning a cab, 'cause my stomach feels small. There's a taste in my mouth, and it don't taste at all. It could have been me, oh yeah, it could have been me. Why didn't I say, why didn't I say? No, he's so swishy in her satin and tan. In her
The bass groove in this song is
bibbidi-bobbidi
great.
hat. Oh, God, I could do better than that.
Quite a story being told
You
here.
betcha. Oh, yeah.
It's challenging my imagination. Right on. That was a cool song. Queen Bitch.
And so the story goes, they wore the clothes, they said the things to make it seem improbable. The wail of a lie like the hope it was. And the good men tomorrow had their feet in the wallow and their heads abroad were nicer shorn, and how they bought their positions with saccharine and trust. And the world was asleep to our latent fuss. Signs swirl through the streets like the crust of the sun of you, dear brothers. In our wings that bark, flashing teeth of brass, standing tall in the dark. Oh, and we were gone, hanging out with your 12 men. We were so turned on by your lack of conclusion. I was stolen, he was whacked, so he could scream and still relax. Unbelievable. And we frightened the small children away. And our talk was old, and dust would flow through our veins, and lo, it was midnight back at the kitchen door, like the grim face on the cathedral floor. The solid book we wrote cannot be found today. And it was stalking time for the Moon Boys, the Bewley Brothers, with our backs on the arch. And if the devil may be here, but we can't sing about that. Oh, and we were gone, real cool traders. We were so turned on, you thought we were fakers.
Painting
And
an
now
image
the
of
dress is
someone who's
hung, the
not
ticket
really,
pawned, the factor
all
max
there.
that proved the fact is melted down. Woven on the edging of my pillow. And my brother lays upon the rocks. He could be dead, he could be not, he could be you. He's chameleon, comedian, Corinthian, and caricature. Shooting up high in the sky, Bewley Brothers. In the feeble, in the bad, Bewley Brothers. In the blessed and cold, in the crutch-hungry dark, was where we played our mark. Oh, and we were gone, kings of oblivion. We were so turned on in the night walk pavilion.
Lay me place and take me by, I'm starving for me gravy. Leave my shoes and door unlocked, I might just slip away. Hey, just for the day. Hey, please come away. Hey, just for the day. Hey, please come away. Hey, please come away.
Yeah, this is describing, I don't know, images, passages of a disillusioned mind. A whole bunch of different images and things. It's like a puzzle with a bunch of pieces missing. You're not meant to put it together. Right on. All right, y'all. So that concludes our look at the Hunky Dory album, David Bowie. One of the greatest artists of our time, y'all. Yep, we shared this period of time with a great, great artist, let me tell you. And sad about his passing. Yes, you know, shit happens. We all get sick. We all have issues that we can't control, like cancer, you know. Taking such great talent away from us too soon, man, let me tell you. All right, y'all. So, what I'll do here is we'll say that this is the end of side 2, and then we'll come back and then we'll hit up a short review. I'm gonna go check and see if it's all quiet. I'd really like to go back to my Lazy Boy and my sugarcane rum, but failing that, we'll come back here. See you in a bit. Okay, everybody, let's do a quick review, man, of David Bowie's Hunky Dory album. Excellent album, man, and I remember Ziggy saying that this is his second favorite Bowie album. I can see why. It's really excellent, man. Every single song has a very, very unique charm about it, and they're all well placed and well grouped together to formulate this album. So, David Bowie, Hunky Dory. Hunky Dory is the 4th studio album by English musician David Bowie, released on the 17th of December in '71 by RCA Records. Following the release of his 1970 album, The Man Who Sold the World, Bowie took time off from recording and touring. He settled down to write new songs, composing on piano rather than guitar, as on earlier tracks. Right. Following a tour of the US, Bowie assembled a new backing band consisting of guitarist Mick Ronson, bassist Trevor Bolder, and drummer Mick Woodmansey, and began to record a new album in mid-71 at Trident Studios in London. Future Yes member Rick Wakeman contributed on piano. Bowie co-produced the album with Ken Scott, who had engineered Bowie's previous 2 records. Compared to the guitar-driven hard rock sound of The Man Who Sold the World, Bowie opted for a warmer, more melodic, piano-based pop rock and art pop style on Hunky Dory. His lyrical concerns on the record range from the compulsive nature of artistic reinvention on Changes to occultism and Nietzschean philosophy on Oh You Pretty Things and Quicksand. Several songs make cultural and literary references. He was also inspired by his stateside tour to write songs dedicated to 3 American icons: Andy Warhol, Bob Dylan, and Lou Reed. The song Kooks was dedicated to Bowie's newborn son, Duncan. The album's cover artwork, photographed in monochrome and subsequently recolored, features Bowie in a pose inspired by actresses of the Hollywood Golden Age. Yeah. Katharine Hepburn, would she be considered one of those actresses? That's who I'm thinking of. That pose, that look. Upon release, Hunky Dory and its lead single, Changes, received little promotion from RCA, who were wary that Bowie would transform his image shortly. Thus, despite very positive reviews from the British and American music press, the album initially sold poorly and failed to chart. It was only after the commercial breakthrough of Bowie's '72 follow-up album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, that Hunky Dory itself became a commercial success, peaking at number 3 on the UK albums chart. There is a period, oh my gosh. Y'all, from the time I started reading Upon Release all the way down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines. It took 12 lines for me to see a damn period. Respectively, Hunky Dory has been critically acclaimed as one of Bowie's best works and features on several lists of the greatest albums of all time. Within the context of his career, it's considered to be the album where Bowie starts to become Bowie, definitively discovering his voice and style. Right on. Critical reception. Hunky Dory was met with very positive reviews from several British and American publications. Melody Maker called it the most inventive piece of songwriting to have appeared on record in a considerable time, while Danny Holloway of NME described it as Bowie at his brilliant best. Holloway added that Hunky Dory is a breath of fresh air compared to the usual mainstream rock LP of '72. It's very possible that this will be the most important album from an emerging artist in '72 because he's not following trends, he's setting them. Oh, it's a quote, unquote. Okay, this is the lad, Danny Holloway from NME. There's no quotations in there. In the US, John Mendelsohn of Rolling Stone called the album Bowie's most engaging album musically up to that point, and praising his songwriting, particularly his ability to convey ideas without employing a barrage of seemingly impregnable verbiage. That describes Yes. A barrage of seemingly impregnable verbiage. That was my first impression of Yes when I did my first Yes reaction. That was a crazy, crazy time, man, discovering Yes. Billboard gave the album a positive review, praising it as a heavy debut for RCA, loaded with the kind of top 40 and FM appeal that should break him through big on the charts. Strong material, his own, for programming includes Changes, Oh You Pretty Things, and Life on Mars. Okay, Billboard and RCA giving you some serious props here, bro. Yeah, holy cow, and there's a tremendous amount of, critics had a lot to say here, man. Holy shit. Yo, guys, I can't read all of this. Man, there's way too many, and it's all positive too, all except one. All except this guy. And why am I not surprised? I can't believe they gave this guy an entire paragraph to sling his shit. Oh, man. Why can I not see this guy? Alright. If you don't know who I'm talking about, don't worry about it. He's just not worth mentioning. Let's scroll down. Oh. Respectively, Hunky Dory has received critical acclaim and is regarded as one of Bowie's best works. Many reviewers have praised the songwriting, with a writer for Blender calling the songs some of the best Bowie has ever written. Others, including Brian Wozniak of Ultimate Classic Rock, have commended the wide array of genres present in the songs and their ability to blend together throughout. Yes, that's what I said, only he said it much better than I did. Stephen Thomas Erlewine of AllMusic wrote, "On the surface, having such a wide range of styles and sounds would make an album incoherent, but Bowie's improved songwriting and determined sense of style instead made Hunky Dory a touchstone for reinterpreting pop's traditions into fresh postmodern pop music." See, I said that shit too, but he said it much better than me. I gotta go back and work on my refined verbiage, get all of my ghetto slang out of me, and then I'll probably become a really good critic after that. Oh man, critics. This you again. Why twice? Oh my gosh, man. They just, I don't know. Some people out there just know that I don't like this guy. All right. Yeah, let's skip all of the critical stuff and go down to legacy. Oh man. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Influence and legacy. Hunky Dory gave a fabulous groundswell. I guess it provided me for the first time in my life with an actual audience. I mean, people actually coming up to me and saying, good album, good songs. That hadn't happened to me before. That was David Bowie about the album in 1999. Many biographers and reviewers have agreed that Hunky Dory marked the beginning of Bowie's artistic success. Yeah, and it just keeps going on and on with all of the props, man. So many. Yeah, let's scroll all the way down. Let's read the last paragraph. Holy. The album has been reissued multiple times following its release on compact disc in the mid-80s. Hunky Dory was re-released by Rykodisc EMI with bonus tracks in 1990. In 1999, the original album was reissued by Virgin EMI with 24-bit digitally remastered sound. This edition was repressed in 2014 by Parlophone, having acquired the Virgin-owned Bowie catalog. In 20 Virgin. Are those not the guys that suffered that awful fire where all of the artists, so many artists lost their stuff? Was it Virgin? No, it wasn't. It was a company that was older. I can't remember now. Where was I, man? In 2015, the album was remastered for the 5 years from 69 to 73 box set. It was released in CD, vinyl, and digital formats, both as part of this compilation and separately. Yeah, both as part of that compilation and also separately. Okay, that's how it should read. All right, now let's stop there. Holy, the props here is incredible for this album. I guess in so many ways and through so many eyes, it's really his breakthrough. Even though it didn't, I guess, have chart-topping hits, just the overall collective album in itself has the power. And there you go. That's an example, man, of you don't need commercial hits, so to speak. I mean, yes, of course, they help to get your name out there and get you known, but he was already known. So now he was just focusing on creating something really good and really masterful, and he succeeded, you know. And I don't think at this point he cared about chart-topping successes and things like that, but the album definitely grew in appeal. Great album, man. Yeah, and all of these reviews are really, really excellent, and they have all kinds of great things to say, all except this one guy. I don't know what his problem is. All right. So, man, that concludes our look at this excellent album, man. David Bowie, always a welcome listen. And for me, I grew up listening to David Bowie that I knew was the David Bowie in the 80s, you know, doing Let's Dance, China Girl, songs like that. But, you know, the David Bowie from the late 60s and the 70s, just as masterful, maybe even more renowned than the 80s Bowie. You're classic rock fans, so I'm not even going to ask you which era David Bowie you like the most. But, you know, I really respect the hell out of the guy, knowing that he went through a whole bunch of stuff. He dismissed himself for a few years, hopped over to Eastern Europe with Iggy Pop and just hung out and got himself cleaned up, and then came back, put a nice suit on, had a nice gentleman image, and he hit the ground running in the 1980s. And that was the image of David Bowie that I knew at first. So hey, man. But yeah, the stuff of legend is definitely the stuff at this point in time that he covered in the 70s. David Bowie, one of my favorite artists of all time, man. All right, so y'all, that concludes our look at this great album. Ziggy, thank you very much. I appreciate the recommendation. So what else do I have coming up? I just got to see what I got going on. I got reactions. I got to hit up Amy, Akachita, Jack, Mike, Charles. Akachita. the 1st of August, my entire day is clear to do Tommy Bolin. Tommy Bolin's birthday is on the 1st of August, and I am going to make sure that I make the time to do that reaction, and fingers and toes crossed that shit, that birthday, that dedication, that tribute will make it onto YouTube. Fingers and toes, man. Yo, 25. What could have been if Tommy Bolin lived for another 10 years? Could you imagine, man? Damn. You know, it's like losing Jimi Hendrix before he had the time to actually even get known. It's more of a loss felt. You know what I'm talking about? So of all the reactions coming up, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most, man. So tune in, the 1st of August, Tommy Bolin. All right, y'all. So that concludes my look at this great album. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it, and definitely looking forward to a little bit more Bowie down the road. Got to get to know Bowie a lot more. He's one of those artists that even more than the Beatles, even more than the Stones, that I would give the Led Zeppelin treatment to. You know, if I was to go that route again, I won't say that I never will ever, but Bowie and Jethro Tull, man, those are the two artists that I would really give the Zeppelin treatment to the most, if I ever decide to go down that road. Anyways, y'all, I'm just talking. So have yourselves a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next reaction. Peace out.